too. You ever dread doing something and kind of look forward to doing it at the same time? I am finally going to be decluttering my foundations. I have so many foundations. Quite a few of them are very old, and I just want to kind of lighten my load and get them out. There are new foundations that I want to try, and I have purchased the new Fenty Beauty foundation, but there are also some foundations in my collection that no longer work for me, and I want to get rid of them. So we are going to get started with what was actually in my drawer, and we're going to thin that one out first. I actually have it in a container here, and I'm going to pick this up off the floor. One second, please. This is what was in my drawer. I don't even want to count how many foundations are in here. I just want to start getting rid of them, and I am going to start with this L'Oreal True Match. I don't know if I even purchased this in the right shade, but I purchased it in the shade Soft Sable C6. I mean, it might be okay, but I actually purchased this and I never ever use it. So I am going to be decluttering this. I have one of my Mally's foundations is running away from me, probably because it does not want to be decluttered. But I have a couple of the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush foundations from Tarte. I have it in Rich and I have it in Tan Deep Honey. And this is a powder foundation. I think, let's see, Rich might now be a little bit too light for me. Hold on for 1 second. I think, no, I might be a little bit wrong about that. I think that I am confused about the both of them, so I think I'm getting rid of both of them. Rich says for tan to deep skin tones with peach. Tan Deep Honey says tan to deep skin tones with peach undertones. I don't think I have peach undertones. And I think this one like never really worked for me. So I'm getting rid of both of those. And they've been in my collection for a while. So I have a couple of Bare Minerals foundations. And I did actually get matched by one of the makeup artists at Bare Minerals for these. In the matte one, I am a Golden Deep. In the original one, I am Warm Dark. These, although they legally have to put a expiration date on them, they never expire. I love Bare Minerals foundations. I am going to be keeping these. I have two other ones like close to me now. This one is my original favorite, the first Ready foundation that they ever had. They have discontinued them and turned them into the Bare Pro. But I have this one in Golden Deep. I did hit pan and declutter one of these in the past. Bella. She's getting on my nerves. But this is what Golden Deep looks like. This was my backup one. I am definitely going to be keeping this one. I also have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, which is the newer version of the Ready foundation. I have it in the shade Chai 26, and it looks like that. I am going to be keeping this one. I have a Tarte Maracuja Miracle Found Sealer, so a foundation and a concealer all together in the shade Deep. This has been in my collection a little bit long, and I never use it. It actually looks like it's separating on the top. I am getting rid of that. I have, and this one is new to me and I haven't tried it yet, the Clay Stick from Tarte. So their first stick foundation, and I have it in the shade Deep Honey. Deep Honey might be slightly dark. Yes, slightly dark. That might be good for here. But since this one is pretty new and I haven't really tried it out yet, I'm going to be keeping that. I have 2 of the Born This Way foundations, and as you can see, I have kind of used them, this one more so than this one. The colors are so close together. I mean, you might be able to see like a slight change in the undertone of them. I am not a big fan of either one of these, so I'm getting rid of them. I'm feeling good about myself right now. I have 2 of the Bare Skin Serum foundations. Although I like Bare Minerals foundations, I am not a fan of the serum foundation. It makes me slightly oily right across, very oily right across here. So I'm going to be getting rid of those 2. I have the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection foundation, and this one I do believe was matched to me by one of the makeup artists at Sephora. To me it looks a little bit gray. I don't know, before I get rid of this, because I do remember liking the formula of it, so before I actually, let me wipe that off, before I actually get rid of it, I am going to try it one more time. So for now I am going to hold on to it, even though it looks a little bit gray, but that might soon be coming out of my collection. I have the Mally Flawless Finish, and one of them rolled away from me. Flawless Finish Transforming Effect Foundation. This is one of like those sort of cake foundations, and I really like these. And these are like backups. I think the one that rolled away is the one that I was actually using. Let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, this is the one that I was actually using. So it's sort of like a, I want to say like a cake foundation under mesh. And I really did like this foundation. You can kind of see it on my hand there. So I am going to hold on to these. However, I think if I have any auto deliveries left on it, I will cancel it, because they come faster than I can use them. So I have like 3 of them. But what I should probably do is get rid of this one, because they say 6 months. So I'll get rid of the one I think that I've had for longer than 6 months, and I'll keep the 2 new ones. I think that's a fair deal. I have, and this was in my makeup basket last week, the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation Fluids. And I have them in Magical and Fearless. And that is that. That's what they look like on the bottom. I am going to be holding on to these, because I actually did like them once I did get the perfect like combination to match my skin. I actually did like them. I have the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Face Compact, and I have it in the shade Deep 60, and it looks like this. And this is a definite keeper. I really like this this foundation, especially on days when I just want to put on concealer and a light powder and go. So I'm going to keep that. My 2 IT Cosmetics Confidence in the Compacts, I have it in Rich and Deep. I mixed these 2 together. They were in my makeup basket last week. I am going to be keeping those. What is this? Keep that. The Celebration Foundation I have from IT Cosmetics in the shade Rich. Looks like this. And I also have it in the Illumination in the shade Rich. This one is newer to me, but this is the one that I've been using, and you can see that the name is sort of worn off of it. I'm going to be holding on to both of these. I feel like I'm not letting anything go here. I have from Tarte the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation in the shade Deep Sand. This one is kind of messy. Let's see what it looks like when I sort of blending it out. It still smells good, and that's what it looks like on my hand. So I think this is one I am going to try it one more time and see if I like it. If I remember the reason why I might not have liked it when I try it again, it is being decluttered from my collection. I have the Mally Poreless Perfection Glowing Foundation in the shade Rich, which looks like this. This I actually think I'm going to be getting rid of. This one has been in my collection for a while, so I think I'm going to be getting rid of this. I have, well, this is not a foundation, but it ended up in my foundation thing from Mally. This is just a highlighter, so that doesn't count. I have the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat that I got from IMATS last year. And I have it in the shade Chestnut. When I look at Chestnut, it's just looking, I don't know. And since I don't know, I think I'm going to be getting rid of it. So, get rid of, pal. I have from Tarte the CC Color Clay CC Primer, which is sort of a foundation with color correction things in it. This one is brand new. I have decluttered one already that I was using. I don't actually see myself using this one either because I think it's a bit gimmicky. So, getting rid of this one. I have the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten Foundation in Deep, one of my favorite powder foundations. And this is what it looks like. I was so happy when they finally had it in Deep. So of course, I will be keeping this. I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smoothing Balm. I have one of these in my use it up, like my what do you call it, project pan for 2018. This is what it looks like. I think that I am going to be getting rid of this one. I'm going to use up that one that I have, but I don't think I want to use this one again after I use that one. Feels like it's like just a little too thick. That's what it looks like though. The color is good, but going in the throw out pile, simply because I never really reach for it, and there are other foundations that I like much more. I have another Mally foundation, and this is her 4K Ultra HD Fantasy Foundation, and ooh, that looks like it's going to break. It looks like that. And is this too dark? I can't read. It's a little too orange, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Even though I love Mally, I gotta get rid of some stuff that I'm not going to be using. Let's see if we have any other. Oh, that's a finishing powder. That is a setting powder. That is a finishing powder. That is a finishing powder. These are powders too. These the two Fit Me loose finishing powders. Definitely I'm going to be keeping. These are not foundations. These are the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders. These are not even to be mentioned to get rid of. I think that is it. This is a sculpting stick. So as far as the foundations that were in my drawer, that's what I'm getting rid of. This one sort of lives on my desk because I consider these the foundations that I use most often. These are not only foundations, there are some primers in here as well as concealers also. But as far as foundations, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the color Cocoa. Getting rid of. I have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, and I think I liked this one in the shade Tawny. So I'm going to keep that one. I have the e.l.f. oil-free foundation in the shade Cocoa as well. I think I like this one more than the Wet n Wild one, so I'm going to keep this one. I have the Fit Me foundation. This is the Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless in the shade Spicy Brown, 338. This one I absolutely never reach for. I mean, even though it's on top of my desk, I never reach for it, so I'm going to get rid of that. Over here also is another one of the found sealers from Tarte that I'm going to get rid of as well. The Shea Moisture Weightless Shea Serum Foundation in Hazel. I'm going to be keeping that one. I really like that one. I have the Rainforest of the Seawater Foundation from Tarte and the Aqua Sealer Concealer. I think that I am going to get rid of the, which one do I want to get? Let's see. This is in the shade Deep Honey. Let's see. This is the foundation. I think I'm going to keep the foundation. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think I'm going to get rid of the concealer. We are almost done here, and this is a long video. I'm sorry. We have the MAC Next to Nothing face color, and this is in the shade Dark Plus. Keeping that one for sure because it's very sheer, so when you just want to even out your skin tone, you can wear it. I have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation in the color Chai 26. I am keeping this one. They gave me a little sample of one that is Hazelnut 25. I'm getting rid of that one. The NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I have it in the shade Mahogany. I like this one, so I'm going to be keeping this one as well. Everything else in here. This is a concealer from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape. This one is almost empty, so it'll probably be going into my empty soon. Oh, the last two foundations that I have here though are the IT Cosmetics Your Skin Better CC Plus and CC Plus Illumination Foundation. I have really been loving these. Out of everything in this basket that I keep on my little makeup stand here, these are the ones that I use the most. I have to mix them to get my perfect color, but I like those, so I'm going to hold on to those. And that is it. Everything else here is a concealer, or a primer for my face. So that is it. That is all of the foundations that I'm getting rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and a sample. So 16 foundations and a sample foundation are what I will be getting rid of. I feel like I have done a pretty good job of decluttering my foundations. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging in there with me with this long, like 20-minute video. Have a great day, and may your day be as flawless as your makeup. Bye.